Hi, friends. So, remember when I did my last book review and I said that my next book I was going to choose something light and fun? I thought I did, but this book is not it. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the book. It was a good book, but light and fun, it was not. I mean, but look at it. Look how pretty that is. Pretty Pink Blossoms bookstore. Does it not say light and fun? I mean, it's about a girl in a bookshop with a cat. Shouldn't that be light and fun? That's what I thought. But let me tell you, this story was far from light and fun. This book is about a bookstore that only appears during the cherry blossom seasons in Japan, because you know Japan is known for the cherry blossoms. It only appears to people who are struggling with past regrets, struggling with wishing they could have a redo on some things that they did or did not do in their lives. And the girl, Sakura at the bookstore, and her cat, they wait for people to come to them. And the way they do that is she goes through the bookstore and she browses through the books and the cat watches. And then when she gets to a certain book, the cat will kind of make a noise or a meow or whatever. And she would choose that book. Now, outside the bookstore, there are people, like I said, who have regrets, who wish they could go back and make some changes to things that happened in their past. And all these people has a book in their lives that bridges their past and their present. Now, if this person is reading this book on the same day, at the same time, during the same season that the girl at the bookstore is reading the book, they get invited to the bookshop. Once in the bookshop, they kind of get a second chance to make right that which they didn't get to do in the past. For instance, the first story is about a girl named Mio whose mother had passed away, and Mio was going to her mother's apartment to clean it out and get it ready for the landlord to take over. And in the process of cleaning out, she found a book that her mother used to read to her as a child, and she started reminiscing about her life, about the kind of relationship that she and her mother had had. And she was feeling sad about some things, and she was kind of wishing that she could maybe do some things differently. She goes outside and she sits on a bench to eat lunch. And while she's sitting there, she realizes that she still had the book with her, and she opens the book and starts reading it. And immediately there's a giant cherry blossom tree with all different color blossoms on it. And then past the cherry tree, there is a building, which happens to be the bookshop. And she finds herself going into the bookshop. She meets the girl and the cat in the bookshop, and she starts talking to her, and they talk about the things that had transpired in her life, and somehow or another she gets a chance to make it right. And that's all I'm going to say about that. There are 4 different stories in this book along those lines, and at the very end of the book, the story comes full circle. And if you want to know what I mean by the story comes full circle, you're going to have to read the book. But this book, The Vanishing Cherry Blossom Bookshop by Takuya Asakura. I hope I said that right. I probably didn't, but that's the name of the book. I would recommend this book. Like I said, I went in it thinking I was going to read something light and airy, and it turned out to be anything but it's still a very interesting book. So If you like books about bridging the past and the present, or you like books about people getting redos or anything of that nature, then pick this book up. Anyway, I'm going to go and find my next book, and I'm going to read some of it first before I decide to make sure it is a Light and Airy book. In the meantime, I will be seeing you all later. Read a book. Go read a book. All right, goodbye, friends.